I heard about the Engineering Pathways program here at Moraine, and I looked into it and looked at the cost difference that it would be to go here 2 years compared to a four-year university. So I would say that's the biggest reason why Moraine interests me in the first place, was the price. But once I got here, I just felt like the right thing when I got here.
I've been provided with a lot more opportunities here that I probably would have been at a bigger school like U of I because it is such a big pool of students. Whereas with here, I can speak to professors, I can speak to counselors, I can speak to everyone I'm employed to, and just really get a push forward that I couldn't at a bigger school.
My Calculus 1 professor had probably the biggest impact on me. It was my very first semester here at Moraine. She was a great professor, and she also wrote me a letter of recommendation for my internship at Argonne. Coming out of high school, I wasn't really that confident in math, but after going through her class, Calculus 1, I sort of saw it as more of a fun thing to do rather than a tedious thing.
I know right now there are some classes that we're taking that are quite literally labeled as one of the hardest classes at Moraine, and yes, that sounds super scary, but I think it's worth it. It's getting me ready. I feel prepared going in, I think.
I actually work as a student lab aide here at Moraine, and I'm in the physics and chemistry section. So you have to learn about with working with the materials, you have to learn about each type of material so you could prepare them for each teacher. And with the types of materials, like the cost of them are really extreme. You could be $100 if you break something, or even up to $1,000 if you break something. And you really have to be cautious about that. But it's also a really good tool to use in class, so you get that real feel when you're doing labs. And it's just a really cool experience to know that you have the same types of materials that other big schools have, even on a small campus.
I came in here thinking that I was just gonna have all my high school friends and thinking that was it. Little did I know I would make best friends of a lifetime. I'm planning to move in with them, and I'm planning to pursue U of I with them, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
At Moraine, you still have the availability for everything you need. You have the fit rec, you have student resources, you have the availability for like financial aid as well, and it all comes at a lower cost for tuition, so it's just a big win for everyone. And even with the Engineering Pathways program, you have the guaranteed resources for you to need to transfer to U of I, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Just getting my acceptance into U of I had already kind of known it was coming, being a part of Engineering Pathways. This is a guaranteed admission, but just seeing that, the boom, you're in, it just really solidified the fact that I was going to be going there and that my future was set. It was a very emotional moment. My mom and I almost cried a little bit, but it was a great relief, and I'm very excited to go.
I'm confident to say that I can still email my teachers after this and my previous professors and check in, because there's a professional relationship, and I'm so happy to have gone here and kind of gotten to know people that I can rely on and learn from.
Working multiple jobs and working at Moraine and taking a lot of rigorous courses and learning to manage all that and still remain in my engineering program, I would say it's the biggest thing that made me mature this far. I feel like I would be prepared for anything that would come my way in the future.